You charge me to full bar. Oh, Sherry, I'm ready to choose you. Nobody can love you the way I do. Let me tell you one more time. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. It's another day. It's a fine day. A very beautiful day. And today, we want to talk about designers. We want to talk to designers. We want to talk to this group of people. We don't do wonderful for our community. Yesterday was beautiful. Yesterday was wonderful. And the day before yesterday was exceptional. We had a group of people from yesterday, today before yesterday, and man, it was thrilling. The conversation was sweet. The conversation was good, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy we are doing this. Not just doing this as me, but doing this more like a community, doing this more like people who understand the need for us to put our resources together and build. Doing this as a group of people who understand um, we need to do what we can do to get our community to a place far more better than what it used to be. And that is exactly what me and you are doing. Like I said, it's going to be another beautiful conversation. Go ahead, please go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and share the video with friends and families, with people you love, people you think you don't like, people you think don't like you. Share the video with everyone. What we are trying to do is build a community where everyone is involved. Everyone is involved. It doesn't matter how much we disagree. It no matter how much me and you don't fight. No matter how much me and you don't fight, the most important thing is we understand we come from a same place and we get to do everything possible. Everything possible. We get to do everything possible. Uh, yeah, I'm actually sharing the video. So go ahead and share the video also, please. It's going to be another fine conversation, another beautiful conversation. And for those who have questions, go ahead and start asking your questions. For those who have concerns, go ahead and start making them known. Because today we are talking to a group of people who have been in the industry for some time, designers. So today now the opportunity for you to ask all our questions we'll get about design. I mean, I get my one question I'll ask. What is the difference between tailor and designer? Because nowadays it seems like every tailor is a designer or every designer is a tailor. Like I don't know what are the same thing or designer are the modern way for call tailor. I don't know. But today we'll talk to some people the way they get experience. They know they get experience, they are talented, and they will get to explain a lot. Um yeah, it's going to be another fine one. Yeah, what I'm actually doing right now is share the video. So go ahead also and share to WhatsApp groups, share to Facebook, share to everyone, share to everyone. We want to start. We are building something beautiful. We are building something beautiful. You want to be part of it. You want a situation where, so many years from now, you look back at what we have done, what we are doing, and you feel like, ooh, this is good, this is great, this is wonderful, this is beautiful. Yep, that is actually what we are trying to do. Talk to as many as possible people. Talk to as many as possible people. Get this information, get their knowledge, document everything they know. Uh, by the way, for those who are watching already, can you just comment where you're watching from? Comment where you're watching from, please. So when time for shout out, Richmond, don't forget for shout you. Also, for those who are watching and they have businesses or if you're a designer or whatever, you just put the name of your business for comment section. So when time reach, we'll shout you out also. Yeah, very soon I will send a link. I will send the link for them for join, but I always want to get at least a few number of people watching already before we bring them in. I think the number now already be good. But let's share one more time. Let's share. And then very soon we'll bring them in and then we'll start talking designers. Um, yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. It's really going to be an interesting one. Nothing else should mean like talking to people like this, people who have my sister Rafila. Thank you very much for watching. You're always there. Rafila, thank you very, very much for watching. Don't forget to share. 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 Yeah. Guys, go ahead and share now. For a very long time, one of the questions that we me in particular, I always get an who be designer. Um, hey, my brother Nuvi Gana, guys, go ahead and share the video. Uh, right away, I will send you link. I'll send you link. I'll send the other person to link, and then I'll join, and then we'll start. For now, let's share the video. I want to have people watching, and then we'll bring them in. Yeah, we'll bring them in. Yep. It's going to be a beautiful one. I don't always get question. One of my biggest question the we I don't always want to ask him. Hey, my boss Valerie. Thank you guys for always being there. My sister Marjorie Ako, you're always there. We already get um okay. This is going to be a fine one. I think we have 20 people watching and sharing and commenting. I beg all the 20 people they watch now. I want to know who they watch. I beg una comment. Put just even a one comment at least so I feel see una names them and then at least I feel appreciate una. It is not fun when we do things like this and we don't get to celebrate or thank those who and we don't get to thank those who are always there to push the idea to support to make sure this whole thing is a success. Today what I talk to what I talk to these people. Um when I talk to my brother Claude and my brother Ghana, and the conversation could be about designers. They have something big coming up, but then we want to talk about them. We want to talk to them. We want to talk to them to know how this whole journey started. Not just for them, but for the industry, because they have an industry also. Just like we'll get music industry, we'll get movie industry, we'll get IT industry, we'll get media industry. We have designers they get their own industry, they get their own groups, they get their own way they work, they get their own way they see things, they get their own way they do things. So we want to talk to them and get to know what they think, what they don't do, which they want do, which they plan for do, and how we come in as the public. When I remember, say we don't talk all the time today, so as a community, we get to do one thing. Yeah, we get to do. By the way, Mark, go ahead and share a little bit. Yeah, and I just go ahead and share, guys. And I give me 1 second, just one simple second. While I listen this beautiful music from our sister Asaba. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys a lot. Um, yeah, I don't send link for my boss them and they'll join now soon. And then we go ahead and start. This is uh it's going to be a beautiful session. It's going to be a beautiful session. Today we are here for know whether tailor and designer are the same thing. Yeah. The conversation that we one get on today. One know what a tailor and designer. Now the same thing. My brother Nuvi, I think I just sent you a link for you to join. Please go ahead, click on the link and join the conversation. My send link to my brother Gana. I mean my brother Claude. Boss Claude, I just sent you a link. Go ahead and join and let us kickstart this beautiful conversation. Thank you now for being patient. Thank you now for being patient. I beg you ask you questions. Hey, my people. Say my check mic. Any I wanna get any problem with the sound for the mic. I beg any mic get problem with sound for mic, me tell me. Oh. Is the microphone volume okay? Is the microphone volume okay? Okay. Ah, Yeah. Obeno, you dey ask me question for WhatsApp. You wait, you want do? Good, good, good. Yeah, guys, go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share very soon. Our brothers could join. And we can go ahead and have a good conversation. Uh, oh Lord, my people then there, my people then there, and FM Bazo. Thank you guys for everything. My people there, my people there, my people there, and ma tell una something. One thing I don't notice lately is the passionate spirit for especially this what generation people for nowadays and not just people nowadays, people they do wonderful things. The passionate spirit where they get for work together, for support one another, for help each other grow, for make sure see we do work together, for get things to where we want things to be. Most of the people I bring to this platform are far more bigger than the platform. But guess what? They are always there on time. They're always ready to share. They're always like you just see that burning passion inside our people for take things to a better place. Uh, I don't know how to put on, but I add my brother now, Mr. Nuvi. I beg when I add you when I clap because this guy don't sacrifice a lot of time for make him here today.
Hello, my brother.
Boss man, boss man, boss man.
Bonsoir. Good evening, bro.
Good evening, man. Thank you very much for coming. Yeah, my brother Taku Claude be there also, and then his network be get some small glitch, but then I think don't join back. So I go add it also the same way we clap for my brother Gana. I pronounce the name fine.
It be fine. It correct.
Okay, Nabali, right?
Nabali.
Okay, I used to play. I used to have a friend. Time they play for Bali United. He named to be then Gana Raymond. The way we pronounce that, everybody see me. I would say Ghana. I go say na Gna.
Natinga
Yeah,
he.
it gets a software way to pronounce. So,
Yeah.
my add my brother Claude, and then please, I want you on applause. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh God, I don't know why. I don't know why the other person don't go off. I hope say no go be a network, Papa, welcome.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much for today. Thank you very much for making time to be part of this conversation. Now, okay, slant your camera a little bit. That space above your head, I need really over like
Okay.
yeah, I really like nah, you don't cut your head. Okay, yeah, I think I like and that winner. Yeah, so
Okay.
like I always talk, you guys are here because you recognize the fact that we are actually doing something a little bit good, and una dey for here na for can give una own small plus una dey for here na for can talk for una people una dey for here na for can talk to the community, especially educate we on wetin dey go on, especially for the designing. I don't know if I should say designers world or designing company or designing industry.
Yeah, for the designers world. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, wow. We'll start with the beginning. We'll start from the beginning. Tell us a little bit about you, your names again, and where you from, and exactly what you do.
All right. I'm Taku Claude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Northwest, precisely from Batibo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the CEO of TC Design
Mm-hmm.
Fashion House. I'm equally the CEO of the Lone Bilingual Fashion School, TC
Wow.
Design Bilingual Fashion Institute, where
Wow.
we train young Cameroonians and other internationals to become fashion designers
Wow.
in a period of 1 year. And
Wow.
I'm equally the president of Cameroon English Fashion Designer Association.
Wow. Ma start for the name a problem though. Why is it Cameroon English? Why is it not just Cameroon designers something? Why is it Cameroon English?
Yeah, Cameroon English because before we gave birth to our
By the
own
way, na
association,
Toridey this English,
and
Pidgin, French, country, talk anything more kill
all
am.
things. Okay, before we actually create our own association, the French people they will already create their own association. So talk
Okay.
one bed one association. We will talk with them, so we'll like forget one association. Me just be Cameroon fashion designer association or something, but then be buy the idea and we
Wow.
lobby with them. We talk with them for a period of time. They say no, they don't already launch the association. It's just for francophones. They no one make and all of that. So
Whoa.
we will just be forced to start something, hoping say in the course of time we'll fit try to see how we measure them. Yeah, but we not want to be left behind. So we decide to move start with association. Why would they build the English part of it? Maybe someday in the future things will be okay, and then we'll feel merge now become an association for Cameroon, not just the English speaking.
That is crazy. That is crazy. And now
Yeah,
that way they mess we up. The community,
that's it.
beautiful community will get them. At the end of the day, thank you for doing what when I do them. Someday they will realize whatever they do, and they will come back for people like now for ask you now what you will do for build something better.
Exactly.
My brother, um, growing up, all my one be John Minang, all my one be Samuel Etufis, or all my
Yeah.
one be maybe some person where they work for some teacher or lawyer. How for you how you start with designing?
Okay, for me, a short story. My papa used to be a tailor and he be very famous for a time. They will
Mhm.
call it Safari for Bamenda.
Wow.
Almost everybody be know you and I be so close to all part and for that generation.
Mhm.
So growing up as a young guy during vacation, I think when I be there from 3 term holiday, part time me say I would go in for a place instead for shit for us need to do nothing.
Mhm.
So I go in for a place and when I be go, I be know so I'll just go sit down to look my place and so on time pass I come back. As I go sit down over there, as I sit down, I discover say they work. It tell me say bikini look to where they do over there. Take your
Mhm.
chair, go sit down, put that my so they look to where they do am. I go sit over there, look am. Like after 1 week, but I begin at just one work at that time. So the guy fall sick. So per time, say that you only look am for 1 week, you go practice an arm as he said claim for that machine. I saw a claim now she don't on top machine. I do the all I fit do. I start going to level where I block. It's okay. At least you do well. At least if you fit start before go block with some level. So you continue now. I be actually doing a trouser. He
Mhm.
continue now. Show me do so, do so, do so. At the end of that day, I finish so trouser. So the next day was 6 o'clock. I be already there place. But I
Yeah.
one card already take some trousers. So I'm so take the almost one finish. I can't say. I say wow. So now you don't know. I say yes. He say you one. I say yes. He say okay, that's fine. Before you want know, I don't finish so that trouser. As I finish, the excitement was so high, and so I just start to me too. I just become carried with the thing, and just like that. Before that, 30 more little one thing around the so trouser and shirt and jacket perfectly well, and I just saw
Wow.
the thing happen. So during vacation, I dey always work with ye. When school start, I go school just like that. So when I come now for the next vacation, I actually can't work now work because time every day game for learn as part of I get work. So I
Mhm.
actually can focus on the trouser and the shirt for another swam. They work just like that. So after
Wow.
university, I come Yaoundé, but can't find work. So because I actually go University of Boya, I study environmental science. So I come here
Mhm.
but can't find work for like 6 months and not be fixed around job application in time. So I just call person there. I say, but I don't find work there and they say, and I don't know how I feel continue for the ask you money all the time. After I have the ask you
Mhm.
money, I tell person I get some proposal. I say, wait, I say I would like me send me one machine and take. If possible, can rent me some room. Man, the so even if I the so my shirt and trousers, I dey get my chop money. At least I'll be okay. That they asking money. So now,
Wow.
now, so I actually start my own career. And the course
Wow.
of time, I don't do a lot of learning on my own and a lot of
Mhm.
research, innovation, and all of that. So with the course of time, I don't transform. I don't try to innovate, do some online enrichment programs and all of that. And then today, I'm where I am, a fashion designer, creating designs back to back.
My brother Nuvi. By the
Yeah.
way, I have a friend whose name is Nuvi. Nuvi Franklin from Tico. I don't know whether you relate with. And all the students are footballers, so I hope so you to be the player. But my friend Gina was a footballer. My brother Nuvi was a footballer. Also, I think all the institution are Bali people. By the way, just a formal introduction. Your names, where you from, and what you do. So, may the people where they don't know you, where they watch this video later, may they at least know who is talking to them.
Okay. My name na Nuvi Gana. So, but my brand name na Nuvi Creative. I'm from Bali. So, but for now, I did for Buya. I get a place for West Africa, then I get another one for Buya. So now I did steady for Buya.
Wow. Some person asked who the borrow data for you. My sister Honorina Beck. Let me know later. I'll give her data we want time. Now, there's a reason why we actually are doing we do this live today. And also after this live, I'll find time personally. I reach out to una individually, invite you again for Toridey for go into una stories then particularly. But my next question now for Boss Claude, cocktail with the designers. Tell us about the event. What is it all about? You get me?
Hello?
Yeah,
Can
you
you hear
get me
me?
now. Yeah, I hear you
Yeah,
now.
Odi get you.
Is it like Claude need to hear me? Claude, okay, yeah, Claude need to hear me.
Okay.
My boss, yeah,
Since
you can go ahead and you can go
Mr.
ahead and
Claude
tell
no
us
dey,
about yeah.
may I take the opportunity for talk for a position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Claude now he did now like a present president for the English speaking Cameroon fashion designer. So the cocktail with the designer, since we it still be like a new association where they build them so that me grow, me people come in and me people can't be because something of it function, especially when I think we it need everybody not it function without people. So the
That's true.
cocktail with designer now
Yeah, I get you now.
sorry now we clients and one get to me. So
I'm telling
you get I hope so you
yeah.
get me.
Yeah, I get you. You continue.
Okay. As I be the talk, since a line be called Cocktail with Designers, now a platform where ye as president, you don't put them down for bring in members, the new members and the old members and the ones that way they not be registered for come in for restructure the association because what you need now we together because we not fit fight them alone as individual. My brand not fit fight the industry or build the industry alone. So cocktail with designers now a open platform, it be free for everybody for come express their mind. Think way they see say the industry if you build the industry for the way forward. So now wait till that way if you talk about the cocktail. So he as the president, I think say get plenty thing for talk on that.
Yeah, Prezi, tell me more about the cocktail with the designer. Why how the idea come about and what you expect, especially from we the public.
Yeah, cocktail with designers. Actually, in a one-day show where we actually decide to come up because after we launch the association, we will only get other initiatives that we want to keep the association alive and make sure say we keep the solidarity amongst the fashion designer and continue to build the association. But along the line, we don't get shortcomings. Like last May, we plan to get a fashion week, which not be finally whole because of some financial constraints. And again, members are not be well prepared for that event, so we will not be fee meet up and finally the event no whole. So this time around, we don't discuss say it not be good for just the relax and then nothing is going on in the course of time. And then and again, the association never really be vibrant the way we want. And we know say for things to happen, people must come together, always talk, share their opinions, share their ideas, give their feedback, their remark on what they think, the way forward, and how we can better handle things. Because you know, at times if you're there as a president, you do put in a lot of energy, you feel say everything is okay. But the people for the backstage, maybe they feel say president do things the way we want, and then we don't have an opportunity, we don't get a platform where people can really channel their opinion. So we decided say we'll make a one night cocktail with designer where we share together, we'll brainstorm, and then we'll try to talk to see how we can really make the association vibrant. That's our goal. We want it vibrant and we'll get a lot of initiative the way we want to execute them. But if members are left behind, it's not gonna happen. So one me everybody can be active and then we'll put on resolutions and put rules and map our projects and one go in the near future so that all we will agree and then we'll do them together and then make sure they come to pass. So it would been a very great night because we don't make an open for even for people that don't be registered as designers because we also want lobby. We get a lot of designers why today they do amazing work, but they don't even be aware about their association. They never even be registered with the association. So this one has an opportunity for give them, for me to know about the association and then get to become registered members. Because our vision be simple. We want to sell the Cameroonian culture through our craft. We want to look for ready market for our products in and around the world, because we do a lot of great job, but we don't have ready market. So we get that kind of vision, like we look for ready markets for our products, and if we are together, we can brainstorm and come up with documents and all of articles that can help us get better, openings out there in the world. So now actually they objected that for that night. And then again that night we want to use that like an opportunity for sell our culture, because our dress code not Togo. So it's gonna be huge.
Wow. So Boss Gana, I want you tell me, when I talk about members, President even talk for say members name not only register members. When I talk about members, when I talk about the public, when I talk about many people in Cam, who are you guys actually referring to? Is it just those in Cameroon? Or it don't go out? So President, if you take the question, when you talk about members, when you talk about the public, when you talk about like who are you actually referring to? Is it just limited to those who are inclined to design, or who do you really talk about?
A fashion designer, anybody that have to do with the clothing industry that is a designer, will not limit them for Cameroonian based designer or whatever. It's open to every Cameroonian designer, and we don't make them clear for flyer. Be open to every Cameroonian. If you have anything accessories, it's part of clothing. If you didn't accessories, fashion accessories, it's part of clothing. You are welcome. You are a designer, but you get your own domain. So it be open to everybody. We'll never limit any designer as long as you get to do with fashion.
Okay.
So we talk in and out of Cameroon. If you have the possibility to come, you are very much welcome.
Wow. I think I like that spirit. Boss, Gana, my next question are for you. Growing up, we'll be knowing a tailor, especially President if you hype probably didn't a tailor. But today, you don't wake up, you say be designer. What's actually the difference between a tailor and a designer? Because sometimes I feel like, okay, all tailor and a designer. And then someone say, no. There's a difference between a tailor and a designer. I beg, broke with that coconut today for year. So more will be clear once and for all. Boss Nuvi, you get a question.
Okay, the question then are for me.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I go glad, because this question now, the highest thing that it create confusion between clients and the people the way they send their work for. Because you see some person go send a design for you, then you do she don't go be proud, say my designer for Cameroon don't do me this dress. So it always create confusion, and when you spoil the dress for me pattern we send them for you, he will call you bad name. But for which you are study fashion designer, the conceived idea, I need to create dress seasonally. It means a fashion designer, they bring idea and it create a style of dress where it will go seasonally. Then a credit, therefore a fashion designer we know a little bit of sewing or for cut clothes. Now a credit. So totally a fashion designer must not sew.
Okay.
So it conceive that idea, it mix the color, it bring a seasonal dress where if it be a trend.
Wow.
But a tailor, na person where if you follow it to a fashion designer create, it give them out as the fashion designer create them. Then tailor too if you meet customer one-on-one for work their work. Where they bring them maybe from the catalog, where we celebrate them, wear them or whatever they choose them. So now the difference that between fashion designer and tailor. But now, wait the great confusion as I go past from your question. When we get a client as a designer, it choose a work where somebody don't conceive them, create the idea where be beautifully, then quote the idea. Because every close way any designer create them, we develop the idea, it get a code.
Wow.
Because now work and now masterpiece and now craft. Any brand get a lifestyle, and that lifestyle get a craft on that way, be like a code. Now why that way sometimes you discover as a client that he talks, say, I don't send this thing, and the boy, my designer not so the way I want them. I'm not a good designer. SK, you as client don't buy a brand a idea or a lifestyle that a designer where you like you not buy a lifestyle, but you bring another designer a lifestyle, say me a designer alter them for you.
Wow.
So now the difference that way the industry they face up. So tailor be person way if he copy a idea, he give them out. If he face the customer and if he repair and if you work with fashion designer, because it not means that when you so close you be a tailor.
Okay.
That's that different. Now this is like medicine. If you prescribe medicine, but you are not a doctor. So the mix up there from the client too much and what people, because they be a little bit confused between who be a fashion designer and who be their tailor. So when they mix the two together, it be confusing because when he send a clothes, he say, again, my designer for Cameroon, it is so well that it's a breach. You get a designer for Cameroon, you want buy a brand, you want buy a piece, not be saying it's so well, you will go pick another dress, you want send them for you because you get a designer for Cameroon, it's so well. Sewing for a fashion designer, not just a bit credit. As a fashion designer, know how for sew, not just a credit. So now the mix up be when people feel say a fashion designer na a perfect tailor.
Wow. My shout out my brother FM Bazo, another person for community where he entertain, where he make me laugh. He has something very beautiful he's doing. By the way, my brother, I follow you like you know if you know, but almost every day I make sure I jump on your platform to see if you don't post one video it will make me laugh and get me interested. The next question now for my brother Taku Claude. Do you think one person can actually be a good designer and a good tailor?
Yeah, of course, it be possible if you work on your craft and if you gain both knowledge. Because you can become, you are a tailor and you may want to become a fashion designer. It just entails you for go study what it takes to become a fashion designer, study how to illustrate fashion, paint, do painting, and then of course learn how to create designs. Like Nuvi talk, the fashion designer must be able to come out with creations. You must be able to create, bring out seasonal release, collection, summer collection, winter collection, party collection, all of that. If you cannot do that, then you are limiting yourself to a tailor. But if you are a tailor and you want to upgrade, you can always take those courses and then you learn those things and then you put the two together. And that time you can move now from a tailor to a fashion designer, or you can be a tailor and a fashion designer. Because like it talk, fashion designer no must be so.
Yeah.
But we back home, almost all the fashion designer will get and they sew.
Wow.
Yeah, almost all. But when some of them not be actually fashion designer. The fact if somebody if give you something and you reproduce them, not make you a fashion designer. If you are not able to come out with your own ideas, come out with your own collection, create them, produce them, then you are not eligible to be called a fashion designer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So from what you want to don't talk, fashion designer and a person will come up with creative ideas, especially if you become a trend, especially for a season. Why tell on a person if you just gather material, gather looks of other person ideas and then replicate them, right?
Yeah, may I enter there. Tell or need for study because something now people that they think say tailor na a cheap name. It be difficult for be a tailor than for be a fashion designer.
Maybe cheap name. That was not what I was implying, boss.
Yeah, so may I put on clear and I say people now know say tailor be down and fashion designer be up. But it be difficult for be a tailor than for be a fashion designer. Why? For interpret a craft where a designer create them. Makes you to become a good tailor.
Wow.
So it means that as a fashion designer where I get a limited knowledge of sewing, I bring a seasonal idea. Now a tailor need to decode my idea for making me be out there for people for wear. So it's a tool. So tailor need more training than fashion designer, but fashion designer need for be trained for know a wider knowledge like color, fabric, mixture, craft, art.
You know what I love? Kanye West, a fashion designer. Had you see all her Christine? They were not things he even. Sorry, Taku
Yeah.
and Chris.
So now why that way they
Would always like him to praise, but
now why that way they mix?
yeah, what he designs, he didn't even put in enough time. But then I craft way we really need to understand him. But thank you for that explanation. My next question will be for Boss Taku. Boss Taku, what would you expect on the day of the event? What you people will show up, they'll get them. What be that thing we think say after they come for that event, they go leave and feel like, wow, thank God I attended this event.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, that's what is most important because we get designer will come from far just for kind of attend that event. And
Yeah.
I believe if they come and they not get something where they get out of that event as they go back, it will be very disappointing on their part. One assure all the designers where to attend that event say this is gonna be a new era because first the association don't be very dormant. We'll get to do everything to restructure the association and make sure say by the time we leave that event, we'll have other activities that will be coming to empower all the fashion designers, and we'll need to come up with ideas and way it will be benefit. I mean, all of us as fashion designers, because at the end of the day, if we're together, we don't have any benefit. It doesn't move on well. People don't be motivated, but don't play, they don't get something to achieve them. So we try to bring program, and that day we'll get a surprise package for them. You know, we get professionals amongst us where when we come for that kind of gathering, we want to share some small knowledge. Even if you come, you think so you are coming for nothing, you will not go back the same because we have a small master class where we will prepare and we will disseminate, and that day we will share, and that day it means any man will come for they will be able to learn something, and any man will come for they will be able to give you opinion as concern the association, so that if we talk together, come out with resolution the way it will make the association work at the way everybody wants. But before that, I want me to equally know say association as something where it be good for all of us, because even international, if you want to go international, if you want to apply like an international festival, they'll always ask you, do you belong to any association? And of course, if you belong to association, you already give you credit. Probably they might accept your request, you will belong to association, and person will not belong to association, they'll normally not accept the request. So now some small advantage in that way, designer don't know say be good, just the fact that you belong there is an advantage. Wow. And of course, we want also see how we feel love government, they try to give us subvention, promote our craft. So when that thing then will happen, if you are not a registered member, you know benefit from those advantages. So I want to see the opportunity for encourage every person who receive Zagi food to me try to be registered. And I'm not gonna like I also want to discourage that fact that when you are a designer, whether registered or not, if you like what you're doing, it's good to belong, because you know the tendency I say people don't always give a good remark of what is happening. It's very difficult for people to appreciate what they do, no matter how hard when they put in when energy, we always have that tendency to say people they don't always give a negative image. I can assure you that if you don't put your own contribution, nothing can go forward, because those people they don't contribute anything, they just sit, they observe and do criticism. But what are they doing to make sure that this thing work the way they want or for their own interest? Nothing. So I just want to plead with them, say as they come, more put our head together, talk as one people, because all we at times we like to see the thing go forward, but we need to put in any energy. I just want me anyone can contribute a little quarter. Let's put the idea together and then kick this thing to another level. Of course, next year we'll plan for get a fashion week, because next year we'll definitely get a fashion week where it must go. A fashion week is a whole long activity with different activities. We'll get pop-up sales, we'll get street sales, we'll get master class, we'll get, and then we'll end with fashion night, and then we'll even give award for some designers. And so it's a whole big event. And those are the things I want to brainstorm during this event.
Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot. And if you imagine the resources, especially now, I know it's not just a few people they put their hand in their pocket for make sure say these things happen. When I continue to do it, when I do, God know how we could bless. Even not me, I never say God could bless. Now you're picking them. I never say God could bless you. My brother, Gana. What do you think is the role of the fashion industry in our community? You get me now?
Yeah.
What do you think say be the role of the fashion industry in our community nowadays?
Okay. The goal, first of all, I would like to touch a little bit for which way the president talk. He talk about the government support. So I go chip in like one of the founder for the association. The goal for this industry now, forget a syndicate for Cameroon fashion designer. Which way they kill the industry now, because say they industry not get a syndicate, not get lawmakers between both French Cameroon and the English speaking designers. They not get syndicate because I believe I be one of the member for the French Cameroon Fashion Association. Then I stand also as a vice president of African fashion designers. So from the different other African countries, the way would go summit and I would meet different designers and I see the growth. Wait, it give the growth of Nigeria or Ghana or Benin. I see say the only thing we lack are the syndicate because syndicate stands as the lawmaker. I believe say Ade Boya. Any taxi no fit come on limbe, just can't run for Boya, work money, go back. They will stop you and they will seize your taxi.
Wow.
So it's when syndicate be for any organization, they bring the law because now any person will pop up as a fashion designer, he operate, you know, get any umbrella. Nobody no go judge you whether you be a good designer or you qualify for be a good designer. If any recent designer where they exist, it get a problem with a client not get any place he go take, but if there's a syndicate, syndicate will bring down the designer way either it chop clients in money or if spoil client in work, syndicate will stand between the client and the fashion designer like, okay, you know the give good work or the sanction you for this way. First of all, if you pay the client in work before we sanction you. So syndicate as a fashion designer will need syndicate. But how syndicate will come? Now when the organization as English fashion designer go, if we drag the French fashion organization, we bring her in together, then we'll choose member from this side and from this side for go out for form the Cameroon Fashion Syndicate. When now the syndicate will bring police or gendarme for close your place when you go out of law. Syndicate will decide say you not go operate for Cameroon territory because you never be up to the standard for becoming a fashion designer.
Which is I really like what you thought because this is just being organized. You understand? This is just being organized. This is making sure, especially for we who did diaspora, you know, call some man, give money and everything because you know say that man if ever come from my dog can home, you know, and this and that. It take your money chop them or take your money do any kind of life will do them, send them for you and they like Jim and Fu. Una go beef for day, una go beef for yeah. Continue, boss. Sorry.
So now when it happened for with diaspora, we now not get who side for report. But when there's a syndicate, you just need a call from the syndicate.
Yep.
The syndicate will either back your money, know how they sanction their member.
Wow.
It will make the industry go. Okay, for example, when I travel for Nigeria for the summit, we'll be getting for Nigeria. I try to ask for verify why they say more than we. It shows say their syndicate for tell for 80s be bound, be try for beg their government for bound second-hand clothes. So it forced everybody for the way made in Nigeria. So how will we go? Now only when we will bring a team of syndicate for Cameroon. And the team of syndicate not be created by our brother the French or our brother the English. It need the two associations for go together, build a syndicate where they will stand for talk for government because I believe that our association not just hook up go talk for government. It never reach that level. Their own of it go talk. But when it's the syndicate, we get the rules for follow. So now the highest way forward, we will need them for the industry if we help between the client, the we and the people that they come in. And you go make people for train the craft, for go learn, for operate because any man not be because you get somebody to invest for your craft, you feel operate. And tomorrow, when you bring bad name, you bring it for everybody with equal fashion designer.
Very true.
And when you get a problem, no man of it save you too because you not get under a syndicate. Because sometimes client is send money, will be human, will get our own problem, will solve our own problem. During delivering, we need for find small money for some corner for then do it that kind cheap work or that kind for. But when you get a syndicate, you fit loan money from your syndicate, you fit get a backup, or if you spoil them, your syndicate will stand for you and you go in for the penalty, but still be the member.
Wow, Mr. Taku Claude.
Yes, bro.
What is the future of that industry, the fashion industry, not just the English fashion industry, but the industry as a whole?
Yeah, the fashion industry, I think the future falls in line with the Nuvi just the talk. At
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, if we succeed to get a syndicate, I think that will be the biggest breakthrough because that time we'll get laws, we'll get a lot of backup. We can apply for so many loans, for so many grants. We can build the industry anyhow we want. Because like now, we also get the issues of a lot of importation they come out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
How can we have a voice? We'll not get a voice because we'll not get a syndicate. If
Mm-hmm.
we, the English Fashion Association, go to talk with government not concerned like anything we get with. But we come in the name of a syndicate, we prepare a document, we write up something, we say, okay, look, from statistics, this is an amount of importation that's coming into the country, dresses. Okay, look at the number of designers we have in this country. We want to create jobs. If you spend your time importing dresses, it means that you are creating room for unemployment for the designers. All that kind of thing. It means that we will not get future for designers. But if we get
Wow.
that syndicate, or if we do that kind move them, of course, you'll see and say our designers will become well placed, they'll become financially stable, and of course, they'll be able to get ready market for their products. Because if you're a
Wow.
good designer, I don't have a
Yeah, maybe they talk about boss Nuvi. I feel say if you continue on that, maybe they try to talk about,
Okay.
yeah.
As you know, this I believe Safidi support the idea.
Mm-hmm.
One of my place where I get them for Cotonou, I realize the people they come out Cameroon more can buy, can supply for Cotonou.
Mm-hmm.
I evaluate them. It shows say the price for the fabric be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And wait to be cheap now just a limit for the price of swing. Cotonou the supply Gabon,
Mm-hmm.
Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, Congo. But I want look who them be talented. Cameroonian fashion designer be talented than West African fashion designers
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to craft. But the market be limit because will never be structure.
Wow.
Because I believe say the way forward now how we come together as we try to come together now for structure. And if we structure, if we
Mm-hmm.
supply Equatorial Guinea, if we supply Gabon, if we supply Central Africa, if we supply Congo for ready to wear. But enough it exists without we coming together.
Wow. Boss, the question I'm asking are really be important for me. Do you think if some kid walk up to you and say, "Hey, I think I want to become a fashion designer," you advise them for, okay, yeah, now like you advise them based on the fact, say, you can actually become a fashion designer, create a career from it, and actually make a good living from it?
Yeah. For your question, I'll first of all lay am back to my own self.
Yeah.
I began a business for your own day 2018. I lost close to 70 million. I be
Wow.
like I be supposed to be depressed. I need for travel to Central West Africa because I get a membership since I be a vice president for African fashion design. I be need a home where I will be comfortable. I worked there
Mm-hmm.
for 1 or 2 years. I decided to return back, but I take 2 to 3 years. I recover the amount of 60 to 80 million I lost. Where I come back with just my valise and something. So I fit advise somebody to become a fashion designer, but the highest thing I say, go and study how to become a fashion designer
Boss.
because it's a
Yeah.
billion making industry when you
Mm-hmm.
study the craft.
Wow.
When you study the craft, it's a billion. I don't train close to 50% of Cameroon fashion designers. I
Yeah.
get a small fashion school now for Boya. I did train. So I know the outcome of those way I don't send her out and money they make them. I
Wow.
never start sell my collection or my brand that well, but
Mm-hmm.
I believe say I did live on it and I recover the other lost back in few years. So wait, I don't know anything say way if you make me for limit somebody for coaching or for mentor you for become a fashion designer because the highest thing you feel for make it for fashion warner when you meet up a wrong mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you meet up a right mentor, it give more of ye, and you go out there, you get your own. It makes you to become big.
Boss, now that actually brings us to my next question. What is Nuvi Gana with all you have acquired, all the experience, all the wisdom? Because that's my biggest fear. If some person like you with all the experience, all the know-how, you drop dead today. The question now, who say keep all the knowledge? So my question now, what you dey do right now for make sure say 100 years from now when you know go be in 100 years, no they look me so. 100 years from now when you know go be wetin SK we go get what you dey do now for make sure say we go get another Nuvi Ghana and we even do far more better than what you actually doing now.
Okay. Okay, so Nuvi Gana, wetin I dey do now for meet a 100 years or 200 years now, because I dey create a lifestyle. I believe say a fashion designer be like a god. I dey create my universe. I want think whether I want dress street, I want dress which place. Because my lifestyle now depend on the kind of people I want to dress. Because wetin go keep people for the next century now your lifestyle, not be the kind of dress, not be the trend we follow today. Because for becomes a fashion designer and for build a brand, it comes with your lifestyle. It comes with the culture of the brand. Because wetin be fashion for me, na a lifestyle.
Okay.
And a culture of people. So as a god, we are the create. I need for create a lifestyle where people need for adapt to the lifestyle and follow. Because when I create a lifestyle, it not be a trend where if you fit after tomorrow, or maybe after when the trend drop. I did create a lifestyle where be art, where people they would like for always follow. Like when I read about Louis Vuitton, from the 18 to now, how the changes day. It be a lifestyle now. Why that way? Any person will take out or he buy the brand, he go always follow the culture of the brand. Now the culture of your brand is make you for stand forever. Because you know if you woke up today, okay, just create a brand because you see say that you do this, you take this, you mix this, you make this. It be good. People will follow na a lifestyle, na a trend. But when you not get a culture about your brand and a lifestyle and a universe, because if I be a god for my brand, I need for create a universe, how I want me people look like, how I want me the color and the style. So now when people they follow my clothes, they follow na the lifestyle. And the lifestyle must get the storyline where if it continue me to the next person where if it take the brand. So now what I build them where any designer if still choose them from here now for build your culture and the lifestyle of your brand. Get a universe. My universe, okay, for example, my universe now space universe, now eagle strain, where I see far, I fly for long, I get the color where I look when place be cover than when place be shine. So when I want drive my inspiration, I get a vast space for know how I feel mix my color, I feel mix the strain of the brand. So the any dress or any piece where I create, it be lively. It get a storyline. So when you see a piece, it be normal. Okay, like for example, you see say Gucci they create a brand, one go for they say $2,000. You see, say not just simple cover, but they get a storyline. They need for explain for you about the storyline, the culture of that very dress. Now it make that clothes. So you must get a universe and a culture of your brand. It stands your brand to the next generation.
Boss, we'll already go for about 1 hour. What would be your message to our community right now, especially when it comes to designers and fashion and all the beautiful work when I do? What you want to tell our public? What you think say they need for know at this point in time?
Designers for Cameroon.
Not just Cameroon, designers are from Cameroon to around the world. What will be your message? And not just the designers, even the public way they consume the product when I do them. What could be your message to your people right now?
Okay, my message for people as a fashion designer, the only message where I feel give away now the message where if you pass across any other designers, where if you ask them, it will be a cry for any other designer. I say when you go for somebody like a fashion designer, if you open your mouth, call the person as a designer, treat the person as a fashion designer, buy that person a piece like you are buying a craft, a painting. Not buy that person a piece like you did buy a cloth. Because you see and say now, people when we see and say big artists that we do or whosoever for people wear dress, would like the clothes, but if you wear the clothes now as a craft. Now why that way the clothes we get a life way we feel like them. So if you want get to build a culture for where a designer dress, build your mind say you buy a craft, you not buy a clothes.
Wow.
So now the message I feel send out like a designer to the public.
Baba, any question they will be expect or any topic they will be expected we'll talk about and today, because I'll bring you alone. I'll bring you one on Toridey. Today we wanted to just talk about a cocktail and a few maybe one or two other things. But any topic or any question they will be expected, I'll ask you. Whenever ask you anything they you feel say one more discuss on today, whenever bring her up.
Well, I'm not saying today we need for just talk about where to be the fashion world and where to be designer or where to be tailor, because I be thinking that the main thing, because now the highest confusion that way people that they ever mix up and people that they feel say tailor they be very cheap, but as I feel just say this word, we get few trained tailors for Cameroon. Yeah, where the few work with the designers. So difference with tailor and fashion designers now two different things, but now friends and way they must work together for go front. So I believe saying that the highest thing that will be fit for talk today. So if you say you will bring me back, I will glad, because by that time maybe I will fit get something where people feel like for ask come back, maybe from this other um seats, people then get a question. If it make people their mind forget some idea for exam, it will now make me for prepare the next program, because today we be now like more talk about why would it bring people in for cocktail with designers.
Very true. Now cocktail with designers for persons that really want to participate. Tell us who side go happen. Tell us how they get tickets and all of that. When I make plans for lodging for those who they travel from outside, just tell us more about cocktail with the designers.
Okay, weekend with designers, since it be just a small cocktail, the official program for the venue they come out for Sunday. So the person just need to follow the page for Cameroon English fashion designers, so that if you get more of the update on how it go.
Okay.
Yeah, but it be free. It be free because we need members. If you be a fashion designers, you be a fashion lovers, you be a artist, you get the craft of fashion come together. You feel either give we the way forward, or you tell we, if you be a lover of fashion, you come, you tell we wait to where you feel so we lack, because we feel so we need for builder now.
Yeah.
So we need everybody for come. Just your questions, if you still mail me the questions, wait till you feel say if it arrange the industry for go forward. So it be free, get a ticket. Now we now need for give for the people, the guests the way they will come. So, but the only thing we need now for people for follow our official page, so that when any information they come, they will get more.
Yeah, guys, when I don't you go ahead and follow their official page. I think it was a beautiful one. Even though network don't mess we up, so the president, the I should say president surely struggle now for some side for join. That is the country we're from. That is the place we are from. It is difficult, but people like my brother Ghana and my brother Claude, they are doing extremely wonderful. They're doing extremely well. They're doing like they don't break they don't break through very difficult moment for become what we don't become. One thing we got to do as a community now find out how to support them. Not only find out how to support them, but find out how to document them. If some person like me, I be get chance, bro, I will script the people that I bring to. I put them for some place. I put them inside some Watawi. The picking they will come after them, they go drink na sumo, and then they get all the sense with people they get them. Me and you know, any person who watch the video now know we are coming from a very, very difficult position. But for years, some person talks he lost close to 70, 80 million. But then he don't recover back and he move ahead. That is something we want to document. We want to ask you question, and at the reason we will bring it back on a specific day, just E1. We'll make sure that the network will be perfect. We'll get that deep conversation because one document in life. Baba, thank you very much for today. Any day, any time to really assume. If there's anything you guys feel like Toridey is supposed to be doing to push the industry in front, to push our community ahead, when I not hesitate for tell me. And also, if any time you feel like, oh, this Toridey, how we start, it be do fine, but now it don't be na Ojoro, it don't start go the wrong way. Papa, don't forget, you get my phone number already. Don't forget to reach out to me and say, hey, my brother, you don't start doing the wrong way. And yeah, any day, anytime, besides Toridey, besides Nuvi Creative, Mo always talk as one-on-one, as brothers, as family, as a community, and see how we do for grow our people.
And I'm glad plenty because I believe say if we forget this kind of platform, if we help to the new generation for grow and for no way to be the fashion industry. I don't do for the fashion industry for 20 years. I believe so I will start I'm very young because I will be very stubborn for tell my parents and wait I want to do back then at 16 I start for so I be one of the oldest. Then for Africa I don't make that connection where if you help to my homeland. So but would lack platform, but I'm glad when this kind of platform invite me for can talk more about way to be we find because it will create two awareness for our public because the only thing we'll get them now our public. The only thing we'll get them not them. And the only misunderstanding we'll get them to not them because when they know way to be fashion, that mistake will be correct. How if we dress for a celebrity, how they feel respect the craft, how if it be for know the lifestyle because I believe say I'm not supposed to dress every celebrity, but any celebrity way I see my lifestyle, my brand lifestyle in ye. I feel dress it for free. I feel take it as a brand model. But not be because say you like a clothes or you like clothes or go concert, you want me for dress you. So sometimes they mix up there, but we need a platform sometimes for talk about something where it will click for somebody mind for know how the fashion industry function.
Wow, but thank you very much for today, man. Go ahead and enjoy your day. The event once you wanna announce the venue and every other thing, I'll make sure I dig into the information. I'll do another video for talk about the event. Like I said, bro, we are family now. Anything where you feel say to really do, forget not just you, your brand forward, forget the industry forward, forget our community to a better place. Let us know, man.
Thank you.
I think this was a beautiful one. Any man will testify. I like what he said. Love. What he said. What they shared. My boss Taku, my boss Gina. Bro, we not get no person for help. Me and you not get no person for help. Now me and you, if we push and push and push and push and get our community to a far more better place. We not get no choice. We not get no choice but for work as a community. We not get no choice but for continue support one another. We not get no choice. We not get no choice but for continue stand for one another. It will only get better. It will only get better. It will only get better. But we get for continue with that mindset, that community mindset of supporting our people. Look at somebody like my brother Nuvi, up, down, and now up. Bro, we get to continue help people grow. We get to go closer to it, tap into it knowledge, tap into it wisdom. You understand? We get to start encourage you. We get to facilitate them, facilitate things for ye, for bring in more people and mentor them. Because you know what me, I'll tell us on team, right? There was a time when Makossa was the biggest thing in Africa and the world. Now the reason people like Michael Jackson and many others they fit sample Makossa back in the days. But wait till happen. Till what happen, I see, after those glorious days, those gold days, those beautiful days of Makosa, wait till happen. We need to get a follow up. We need to get some people the way they like they actually hand and down to the next generation and teach them how to keep Makosa for that place where we will continue dominate the world. That was the only reason why we went down. And then other countries like Cote d'Ivoire, they take over, Congo take over, Nigeria don't take over now, and they don't shit on top. They say no, they no go ever fall. We are not saying it's a it's a bad thing they are doing. We are not saying with the envy, with the jealousy, they or no. But what we are actually saying is knowing how to recognize our own, knowing how to protect our own, knowing how to value our own, knowing how to preserve our own. We're going to do all of this, not in a negative way, but in a very positive way, because it takes us. The world is diverse. It's a big world. It's a large world. It's wide, very very diverse. But then the diversity only exists now when we as a people don't know how to protect and preserve and value our own. That way we sell it, we push it to the world. These other persons they push their own and everything. People like my brother Taku and my brother Nuvi, they are doing great. Please, if you are somewhere around Douala, somewhere around Cameroon, somewhere around the world, go check out Cocktails with the designers. This is a beautiful project. You want to be part of the project. You want to send your support. You want to show your support. You want to show your love, and you want to help them grow to the syndicate they want to become. Thank you very much. Now, the small story that we get on for today, I think it was a beautiful one. Let us know what you think for comment section. Criticize we. Tell me what you will do and fine. Tell me what you will not do and fine. At the end of the day, we are actually growing as a people. By the way, the music I want to play now is from my sister Asaba, the beautiful Asaba, the very, very talented Asaba. Thank you now. Where?